Hi everyone, I am Judith and I was born in Ecuador but I grew up in Spain. And based on my experience, today I will interview some persons that have a similar situation like me. That means people that have foreign parents but grew up in a different country, in this case, Spain. So let's go, we can start it now. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Shanily. I am originally from the Philippines and I was born and raised in Spain.
Soy Elizabeth Hurtado Carrillo, nací en Getafe, vivo ahora actualmente en Leganés, tengo 22 años, mis padres son colombianos, mi padre es de Pereira y mi madre de Bogotá.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I have 23 years old and I'm from Spain.
How was your high school in the school?
I think overall I had a good childhood. I always knew I always knew that I was not a Spanish kid because I had a different name mainly. Because Shanily, Spanish kids and parents and teachers didn't know how to pronounce my name. So yeah, but I think I was lucky and I had really good friends in school. So I think I had a good childhood.
My childhood in Spain, I think, was very nice. I have a lot of friends. I have done like a lot of activities in Madrid. So I have a very good time in my childhood.
¿Cómo ha sido tu infancia en España?
Pues al final mi infancia, me he criado con gente pues de España, ¿no? Entonces tengo la cultura mía es principalmente de España, o sea, las comidas, el acento de hecho, y bueno, lo que se me ha pegado un poco de mis padres y eso, que algunas palabras o la comida principalmente, que mi madre sigue haciendo comida de Colombia y poco más.
Did you have any problems in the school or be different?
Well, this is a good question because I have been like in all different schools, and for example, in my first schools, my first three schools, I have been there very well because there were a lot of people like us, like from other countries, Ukraine, Romanian, Ecuadorian people, even Bulgarian, and there was like also, that's why there was like a good feeling in the atmosphere. Then I changed to a private school, and here is when I have noticed like more change because there were like more racists with me and all the things. They used to call me like Pancho, and it was curious because just the change of a public school and a private school.
Did you notice any difference with how your parents raised you and how Spanish parents did it?
Yeah, definitely. I think I started noticing it when I was growing up. Like when I was really little, I didn't know. But when my parents, or when other kids' parents were inviting me to eat at their places, I just noticed that they eat different things. Like in my house, we would eat always rice, or like we would just do something different on the weekends, or we had different traditions when it came to, especially around food. I think that was the first thing I noticed. But also language, like my parents speak a different language than Spanish kids. So yeah, definitely it was different.
¿Y alguna diferencia entre la crianza que has tenido con tus padres y la crianza que has percibido por parte de los padres de tus compañeros? Algo así característico que digas, oh, esto es diferente.
Pues no, porque al final la familia que tenemos en España no teníamos mucha familia colombiana aquí en España, entonces nos juntábamos lo que son los cuatro y mis abuelos y bueno, teníamos primos por ahí, pero no teníamos tanta cultura colombiana, lo que digo, la comida principalmente. Y bueno, sí que es verdad que la gente de ahí de España pues tiene más familia por ahí, sí que hace cosas diferentes, como que yo que sé, se van al pueblo, cosas así. pero por lo demás es muy parecido.
Did you notice any difference during your childhood between your parents' upbringing and that of your Spanish classmate?
No, I haven't noticed a lot of changes because I used to have also like friends that have another cultures, as I told you. It was funny like going through with my Romanian friend and going like for dinner in I think it was in Christmas, and it was a different culture, you know. So we also have like some people, some friends come like to my house. I have also these changes, but there's also fathers that, for example, if I have a Colombian friend, there was also they used to have like her parents and my parents. They used to like dance in the house, so it was like cultural there. They used to dance salsa, bachata, and yeah, and just with the Spanish people, just they feel good and they don't like feel bad about that.
Entonces, a día de hoy, ¿qué dirías? ¿Que te sientes más española o colombiana?
Pues al final me he criado en España y de hecho nunca he ido a Colombia, entonces colombiana pues poco me siento, pero sí que me gusta mucho la cultura de Colombia y todo de Colombia, y de hecho me gustaría viajar allí algún día.
And nowadays, what do you come to say about your feelings? You feeling more Spanish or you can feel more Colombian?
Oof, that's a good question. I don't really know what I feel more, but I think I feel more from Spain, from my city. It's strange because I don't feel like it's Spanish, but I feel like more from my city, you know? Like if they say Spain is like, I don't feel more. And if they tell me like if you are from Madrid, it's like, yeah, I'm from Madrid. You know, it's like I have more feelings like I'm from Madrid than in general. I don't know if the people is gonna understand me, but this is what I feel.
Do you feel more Spanish or Philippine?
All my life, I always thought I felt more Spanish, but that was because I grew up in Spain. But to be honest, I never really felt fully Spanish in Spain because, I just always knew it was a tiny bit different because I looked different. Mm-hmm. I didn't look Spanish, and my parents speak a different language and it's a different culture. So I didn't feel fully Spanish. But then when I go to the Philippines, I also don't feel Filipino because I didn't grow up there. So I don't speak the language as much. So I never really felt fully from one place or the other.
I understand that.
¿Qué es lo mejor y peor que hayas percibido de tener rasgos físicos diferentes en España?
Pues, por ejemplo, comentarios que hace la gente de lo típico, ¡buah, que eres una panchita tal! No sé qué. Bueno, pero yo me los tomo bien porque al final la gente que me los hace es con confianza y yo me río de los comentarios porque yo les insulto de otra manera y ya está.
Do you have any bad experience about your physique or about the stereotypes that maybe the Spanish people have about the Colombian people?
Well, I don't. Well, just the question that they say always that where you're from, if you're from here or you're from another country, but this is typical and we answer very like normally, you know. We say I'm from Spain with my parents from Colombia, and also maybe I have some problems with that as I told you, in the private school. It was more normal in my public school, but in my private school it was like more difficulties for me because there were not a lot of people of another countries, or like us that have the parents from another cultures.
Do you have any impactful memories growing up where you feel different because of your racist stereotypes?
Yes, I mean, especially the first one I mentioned, like the one about my name. Although my name is not really Asian, but I knew it was not a Spanish name. But I remember I was called a lot Chinese, which is like a really stupid thing thinking about it now. But when I was a kid, I think there was not much knowledge about Asian communities and Asian people in Spain, and like all they knew, kids at least, they knew only China as an Asian country. So they would see me with these eyes and with Asian physical traits. So they would always call me Chinese. And I remember I used to get really offended at the beginning, until my mom was like, so why are you offended? Is that an insult? And I was like, well, maybe not. But yeah, I remember that very clearly.
You can say that you can feel that Spain is your home.
Absolutely, yeah. I think Spain, my city, Leganés, is my home.
Okay. And do you imagine in the future to continue to live in Spain, or you think that maybe is to go to Colombia and live in Colombia?
I have never been to Colombia, so I don't really know if I want. Well, I want to go, but I don't know if they're gonna feel welcome there. But Spain, for example, for me, I feel comfortable and I like to be there. Also here, like in UK, in London, there's a lot of people that.
¿A día de hoy sientes que España es tu hogar?
Sí, totalmente. O sea, allí me he criado y he vivido toda mi vida y tengo todos mis amigos y eso allí, y de hecho casi no salgo de España. O sea, vengo aquí a Londres a visitar la familia y demás, pero tengo mi vida hecha en España.
Do you feel Spain as your home?
I partly feel it like my home because my family, my parents and my brother live there. So I go back and visit there all the time. And also like the friends I had growing up live there. So every time I go back to Spain, I say I go home. But to be honest, now I live in England, and I've been living in England for 8 years now. And there's also a part of me that feels like this is home. And then when I go to the Philippines, it also feels like home because all my family is there. So I feel Spain partly as a home, but I feel other places as a home too. So not only Spain.
¿Y dirías que en un futuro te gustaría seguir ahí, o piensas a lo mejor ir a visitar Colombia o quedarte por ahí en Colombia?
Pues mi futuro ahora mismo lo veo en España, lo único que no descarto irme a otro país a vivir. De hecho, bueno, Colombia me gustaría visitarlo, pero no es una de mis opciones para ir a vivir.
Where would you like to live in the future? Spain or Philippines?
That is a very difficult question because I don't know, because only lately I have reconnected with my Philippine roots. Like I've been going to the Philippines a lot, and I would love to live in the Philippines for a while at least, but I don't think I would live there. Like I would settle and stay in the Philippines. I think Spain would definitely be the place I would go to. Maybe it's because that's where I grew up, or that's where I see myself, like being close to my brother or being close to my friends. Like if I had the same opportunities that I have in England, in Spain, I would definitely live in Spain.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you think Spain has influenced you culturally and personally?
I think Spain has influenced me personally and culturally so much because that's my mother language, the first language I ever spoke, and I think that's very important. So I feel like I think, I dream, and I feel in Spanish. So I think that's very impactful in me. But also, I mean, now I live in England, and I think there's so much of Spain that's in me. Like I have accent, like I don't know, the way I am with people, the way I like eating. I think it's influenced me in all of those senses. Yeah.
So thank you so much. It was really interesting.
Thank you
for your time. And so thank you, everyone. And